Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Nazifpri Etrariadi from international class at Sustainability Accounting class. Uh, Today, in this moment, I want to explain about basic concept of sustainable development and implementation. Okay. In this moment, we wanted to talk several topics, and on the slide, uh, we can look that there are uh, eight topics that our discuss. Uh, the first one is uh, sustainability accounting definition. And the second is sustainability accounting principles, and the third is work concept work concern of the air protection, and the fourth topic is global warming, and fifth topic is climate change, and sixth topic is sustainable development, and seventh topic is market failure, and the last one is triple bottom line. Okay, accounting sustainability accounting definition. Okay, there is no universal definition of sustainability, but many point to the United Nations 1987 Broadland report that calls for sustainable development that meets our needs today without compromising the needs of those in the future. The definition focuses on the planet's capacity to meet our needs. Without the healthy planet, we will be unable to meet our needs for food, clean air, shelter, and other basic. Those of us who live in the developed world, high income earner in particular, are far more likely to be contributing disproportionately to climate change, while those who live in less affluent parts of the world are more likely to suffer of the consequence. Okay, sustainability is the practice of the measuring, analyzing, and reporting a company's social and environmental impacts. According to common definition, there are three key definition of sustainability. The first is the economy, and the second is social, and the third is environmental. As a result, sustainable development can be measured in the term of this three dimension. Okay, the the first is the economic impact may be the effect of on local employment and livelihood by the organization operation, and the second is the social impact might include staff term and condition or project in the community. And the third is the environmental or ecological. The impact might include the quality of waste, water, discharge, or greenhouse gas emission from operation. Okay. Accounting for the financial aspect of an organization performance is a statutory requirement. Accounting for sustainability is currently a voluntary activity. However, companies are increasing reporting aspect of their social and environmental performance. Measuring sustainability is where it gets tricky. Much of information used to gauge a firm's sustainability is provided by the company itself, and it's not always audit. This match it's very different that financial information which is subject to detailed audit. Okay. Okay. This is the organization that are protectively changing their business model to respond to sustainability challenge. Typically have an external and integrated to help gain a deeper understanding of number one is uh, how value can be created over time given the capital the organization relies upon an effect, and how the business model may need to adopt. Uh, Number two is the nature of opportunities and threats arising from megatrends such as natural resources, depletion and scarcity, climate change, population growth, urbanization, and growth middle class, which can ultimately drive sustainable growth. And number three is uh, stakeholder perception of how the organization activities affect and are affected by society. Meaningful stakeholder engagement can also help facilitate pooling of resources in the way that help multiple parties gain insight and knowledge, solve problem, and reach goal and targets that none of them could reach alone. And the last is how change consumer preference can inspire the development of new products and services that meet customer demand while also improving efficiency. Consumers are also increasingly expecting organizations to be more accountable, particularly by demanding product and service with a lower impact on the environment and that follow just labor law and practices globally. Okay, the next is sustainability counting principles. Okay, the reporting principles play an important role in achieving transparency in sustainability reporting and therefore should be applied by all organizations when preparing sustainability reports. In implementation guides, describe the mandatory process that an organization must follow in making decisions to comply with the reporting principles. The principles are divided into two groups: principles for determining report content and principles for determining report quality. The principles for defining report content describe to process to be applied to identify what report contents should be discussed, taking into account the activities impact substantive expectation and interest of its stakeholders. The principles of determining reports quality provide guidance in the form of the option to ensure the quality of information in sustainability reports, including its proper presentation. The quality of information is important to enable stakeholders to make sound performance assessment and take appropriate action. Its principle consists of a definition, explanation of how to apply the principles and test. Test is intended a soft diagnosing tool, not a specific disclosure to report. Okay. We discussed about two type of principles of reporting. The first is principles to determining report content. The first is stakeholder engagement. The organization self identify its stakeholder that explain how the organization has responded to their reasonable expectation and interest. And the second is sustainability context. Report should present the organization performance in the broader context of sustainability. Number C is materiality. The report must cover all the aspect uh, reflect the significant economic, environmental, and social impact of the organization, of substantially influence stakeholder assessment and decision. And number D is completeness. The report must contain material aspect and boundary coverage sufficient to reflect significant economic, environmental, and social impact, and enable stakeholders to assess the organization performance in the reporting periods. Okay, the second is principles for determining report quality. In balance, the reports number A is on balance. The report should reflect both positive and negative aspect of the organization performance to allow of for reasonable assessment of the organization overall performance. Number B is comparability. Organization must select, collect, and report information consistently. Report information should be present in a way that allows stakeholders to analyze change in the organization performance over time and can support the analysis relative to other organization. Number C is accuracy. The information report must be sufficiently accurate and detailed for stakeholder to able to assess the performance of organization. Number D, timeless. The organization must make report on the regular schedule to that information is available in the time manner for stakeholders to inform decision. Number E is charity. Organization must make information available in a manner that is understandable and accessible to stakeholder interests who use the report. Number F is reliability. To organization must collect report, compile, analyze, and disclose information and the process use the prepare report so that they can be tested, and this will determine and the quality and materiality of information. Okay, the next is work consent of the air protection. The various activities are grouped into two broad types of the environmental activity. The first is okay. Uh, the first is environmental protection, and the second is resources management. Environmental protection activities are the activities whose primary purpose to is prevention, reduction, and elimination of pollution and other forms of degradation of the environment. And resources management activities are those activities whose primary purpose is preserve and maintain the stock of natural resources and hence safeguarding against depletion. Okay. Resource management activities may result in associate secondary environmental benefits such as protection and restoration of wildlife and natural habitats. Uh, However, activities undertaken specifically for biodiversity or landscape protection. Okay, the next topic is global warming. Global warming is a process of increasing temperature in the world. This happens because humans are not disciplined in managing resources on the earth. One of cause of the global warming is the industrial sector. Since the era of industrial revolution until now, the temperature on the planet Earth continues to increase in temperature. As a result, it becomes changed and uncertain, causing disaster in several places where the frequency of occurrence is quite frequent and unpredictable. Therefore, countries that care about environment meet to discuss the issue of global warming. Then they decide to reduce an excessive carbon emission, especially in the industrial sector. Environmental accounting is one of means to present information whether to company implement environmental policies in its operation. The role of accountant in the matter is quite crucial. Okay, the next topic is climate change. Okay, climate change pose a major risk to the global economy, possibly shrinking its output by 20% according to the 2006 STEM report. Given the likely effect on habitat, resources availability and consumption, every organization will be affected. Taking climate change is not just question of doing by the right things. Business have a duty to their customers, employees, and crucially, their shareholders to deliver long-term value and manage risk. In other words, sustainability has always been a fundamental strategic goals. Managing and mitigating climate change must be embedded in our decision making when it comes to capital expenditure and investment decision. For example, it is vital that we apply the principles of sustainable procurement and consider long-term implication, financial, environmental, and social rather than just short-term costs. Management accountant have a key role to play in driving sustainable strategic and operational decision. This must change. Management accountants are equipped with tools and techniques that can ensure business understand the scale of the problem, come up with viable solution, and ensure they are properly implemented. Okay, the next topic is uh, eh, okay, the next topic is sustainable development. Sustainable development is development that meets the needs of current generation without compromising the ability of future generation to meet on their our needs. Okay. Uh, The label applied to activities that support sustainability and business relations include planet, people profit, and corporate social responsibility. Such terms can apply to range of investment that might include philanthropy for community benefits to specific investment that enable sustainable business practice and are directly linked to the core business objective the organization. Okay. Uh, in this on this slide, we can look the international integrate reporting framework ya. So the international integrate reporting framework apa namanya? As captured by the value creation model uh, to organize really on the board set of input capital such as financial, natural, and human resources. Okay, the next topic is market failure. Okay, market failure arises when the outcome of an economic transaction is not completely efficient, meaning that all costs on and benefit related to the transaction are not limited to the buyer and seller in the transaction. That effect, there are two type externalities, positive and negative. Negative externalities exist when individual bear or a portion of the cost associated with the goods production without having any influence over the related product decision. And positive externalities also result in the inefficient market outcomes. However, goods that suffer from positive externalities provide more value to individual and society that is taken into account by those providing the goods. Okay. The last topic is triple bottom lines. Uh, Triple bottom lines, as discussed in the beginnings, in the introduction, yeah. There are three aspects covered in sustainability accounting: social, economic, and environmental. These there are aspects of sustainable accounting are known as triple bottom line or sustainability triangles. Okay, the triple bottom line visualize the three perspective of sustainability not just by plotting environmental or ecological, social, and economic goals in triangle, but also addressing an interrelationships between these three dimension. The challenge to corporate sustainability relate to economic, environmental, and social consideration in the triangle and their interrelationships. Okay, the differences between focus on the corner or on the lines between two corner or sustainability triangles is defined by the distinction between effectiveness and efficiency. Effectiveness is goal whenever management attempts to improve a single dimension of sustainability triangles. Effectiveness, whether economic, environmental, or social effectives, can be measured in absolute indicator or figures. Efficiency, by contrast, described by the relation between different uh, dimensions such as environmental and economic dimension. For the efficiency or social economic dimension for socio efficiency. Even economic efficiency reflect the relation between different economic issues such as asset, profit, time, and etc. Okay, efficiency is therefore measured in the relative indicator ratio. Efficiency indicator are cross indicator which incorporate two separate unit measure unless both dimension or an efficiency analysis are measured in monetary terms. Okay. Mm, okay, friends. Okay, everyone. Uh, we can to conclusion is sustainability accounting is the practice of measuring, analyzing, and reporting a company's social and environmental impacts. In sustainability accounting, the principles are divided into two groups: principles for determining report contents and principles for determining report quality. Sustainability accounting arises from various cases involve the triangles, triple bottom lines: social, environmental, and economic, such as war, consent of earth protection, global warming, uh, change, and sustainable development, uh, market failure, and etc. Okay, this is the end of presentation. Thank you for your attention. If you any question, you can ask to me. See you and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.